All right, I have here the Fullstar all-in-one chopper and mandolin. It comes with 5 interchangeable blades. Those include the large dicer, as you can see here, the small dicer, a spiralizer that you can use for zucchini and making zoodles, the mandolin, the julienne for using to make if you're gonna make stir fry, this julienne blade is perfect for doing carrots, peppers, and then we've got the grater for cheeses or potatoes if you're gonna make hash browns. Let's go ahead and unbox it and see what we have here. I'm excited because I've actually had one of these years ago and I used it for years. We have a large family, so I cook quite a bit. And this was one of those appliances that I used pretty much every day, if not for breakfast and dinner, at least for dinner. In moving though, I had misplaced and lost several of the attachments, so I'm so excited to get the complete set again. This is also something that is a great thing to gift. We had gifted this to my mother-in-law, to my parents. So my mother, she loves it. And she still raves about it. So it comes with the container. So the container is 1.5 liters, and you can actually, this is what you'll cut everything into, which is nice because it keeps the mess contained. But then also it's great because if I'm ever in a hurry, I can also just store everything in this. And I love that I can just pop the lid on. I don't need to worry about trying to put it in another container right away. I can just store it. And sometimes when I'm cutting up a bunch of little small things, say we're making omelets, I'll even just serve, if I'm cutting up a bunch of onions or bell peppers, I'll just keep the bell peppers in this as I'm making the omelets. It comes with this great little tool here. This is for cleaning, clean the blades. Obviously you don't want to get your hands in there because they are very sharp. It does come with the glove, one size fits all. This is for using the mandolin, so you don't obviously cut yourself. And this is actually a great, really, really good, like strong. It's not gonna get cut. If you do cut yourself by accident, it's not gonna actually like tear through. So you've got that. You have this nice little like tray that you can fit all of your blades in. So when you're not using them, you can put them there. This blade I need to unwrap here. This is our mandolin. So again, we're gonna be really careful. As you can see, it's very sharp. It comes with that protective tape. Let's go ahead and just take that off and store that in here. We've also got, let's see. Oh, this is our large cutter. I love this one. This one I use especially for when I'm cutting potatoes, and it's made of steel. So it's very sharp. It's made of steel. You can put this in the dishwasher or hand wash it again. You can use this to wash with. You don't need to worry about cutting anything, ruining any dish sponges or anything of that sort. I love this feature. This is for the mandolin. So if you're doing something like scalloped potatoes, I'll show you in just a little bit. You go ahead and pull up the lever. You pop on whatever it is that you're slicing, whether it's, if you want thin apple slices, thin onion slices, thin potato slices, you just pop them on there. And then you go ahead and start cutting with your mandolin. So that's that. You've got your cheese grater right here. Love this. It's very handy, convenient. You can put that in there as well. And then, and this is also for like these little attachments come. These help get like some of the food that might get stuck between the blades. And then this is actually the lid right here. So it just pops onto your, again, this is 1.5 liter container. This seems like it's a newer feature than the one I had a long time ago. I like this actually. This is awesome where it just slides out. So I don't have to like pop off the whole lid. This just slides out, and then you've got it. So quick, so convenient. Love that. So this is the lid. It has the small grater here, and this is what you'll do. So basically, so you take whichever blade you want to use. Go ahead. This one is, there's a lock, and it's very hard to see in the video, but you'll be able to see it on your own. So there's like a little image of a icon of a lock and then an unlock. So go ahead and unlock it. You pop out your blade, and if you want to do the large blade, I'm going to demonstrate this. And go ahead and do that. Pop that in. Don't forget to lock it in place. Okay. And I'm going to be making a meal tonight where I need a lot of potatoes, and I actually have the really large, really large Idaho potatoes. Smaller potatoes can definitely fit on this blade, but since these are larger, I'm just going to cut them in half, put it right there. Go ahead and just get all your frustration out. But easy, super easy. Oh, forgot there's a new feature on this, which I love. You just pull it out, and as you can see, it's perfect. You can do hash browns. I've used mine in the past for making hash browns. I've made French fries, anything of the sort. Here's a smaller potato. Let's see if that will fit. It does. So go ahead and just put it on there. Again, these are just raw potatoes. I haven't cooked them, so they're not soft of any kind. I just peeled them ahead. It's a larger one, but you can see just how quickly I can cut my potatoes. And it's awesome because if I'm in a hurry, which I have a large family, lots of teenagers, most of the time I am in a hurry, this is fabulous because it makes it quick and easy for dinner. Look at that. I've cut all those already. So if I'm making something like potato soup, which I often do, I'm gonna go for this thing. Let's just finish these up. So simple. Cut the rest of these, and then I'll show you how we're gonna cut our, you don't even have to, sorry, I kind of just hit down on it. You don't even have to do that. But again, this is the raw potato, so it does, you gotta kind of force it down a little bit more, but my mother-in-law and my mom, they both love this because they're both almost 80 years old, but they still do a lot of cooking and baking. And so they love this because it's so easy for them. They don't have a lot of use of their hands aren't as nimble and strong as they once were, so they love this contraption for that very reason. Go ahead and let's finish this up. Okay, and then we're done. I keep taking off that lid. I forget I've got that new feature where I just slide it out. And I actually cut so many potatoes, they're not fitting in my bowl. All right, next what we're gonna do is I'm gonna interchange these. So this was the large one. Again, I can just run it under water, hot water. If I had anything stuck in there, I would use the brushes to go ahead and clean it out, or I can pop this into the top rack of the dishwasher. Right now I'm gonna do an onion, so let's use the small one. Go ahead and lock it in place. I've got my onion right here, small onion. And again, just boom, just like that. Got my onion. Okay, next, let's go ahead and take this out. Actually, I'm gonna leave it. Let me show you how Mandoline works. I love this feature. I use this quite a bit actually for scalloped potatoes. So I've got this, take off that lid. I've got this here, and it's got that protective film tape that came on it for packaging. I could use, if I really worried, you know, you've always heard about people losing fingers with a mandolin. So if I were new to using a mandolin, I might do that, but I'm not going to put on the glove for today because I've used this quite a bit. I actually like this. This is a new, again, my one that I had years ago wasn't quite this fancy. I like that it has the different levels, which kind of, let me show you if you can see here. But as I move the lever, there's options 1, 2, and 3. It actually raises and lowers the blade so you have different thicknesses. So let's go ahead. If I wanted it super thin, let's check out what super thin is. That's 3. Again, if I'm unfamiliar, if I'm new to using a mandolin, I would definitely suggest using the glove. For right now though, I've used this quite a bit, so I'm just gonna pop on my apple. Let's go ahead and make some apple slices. Go ahead and just make sure it's right on there. Oops, let's see. There we go. And let's see how thin, you can see there. See how thin those slices are. Awesome, look at that. And they're perfect. So let's go ahead and raise it up a little bit, see what that difference makes. And again, what I do is I alternate. Just kind of, as I'm shredding here, I'm getting different slices, I kind of just rotate the handle. But this itself, again, you don't really need to be scared and worry about having this necessarily on. This is kind of like a precaution. But this is what makes, this is the feature I love about the mandolin, is that I have this grip thing here. And it definitely is protecting my hands and my fingers. So let's go ahead and take a look, see what, oh, actually, so the 1 actually makes it like paper thin. So the 1 is the setting for the thinnest. And then the 3 is just a little bit thicker. Perfect. So those are perfect for, also if you're gonna do like a potato au gratin, that's a perfect feature. Love this. Again, you can pop this whole thing into the dishwasher or run it under water. Just go ahead and use your brush so that you don't cut yourself. Let's just go ahead and show you another favorite feature I have here, and that is my cheese shredder. Oh, actually, sorry. Pop this out. So go ahead, and all I've done is I've unlocked it. So set it to the unlock, and then this just pops in and then pops right out. Be careful, again, this is a sharp blade, but this is interchangeable. You just pop in. Oh, there you go. So you just pop in the little cheese shredder, push down, now it's on. Take your cheese. Again, I love this option of being able to shred my cheese using this because we're a large family and we go through quite a bit of cheese. And cheese has been out for a little while now. I would suggest, obviously, and I think this is kind of like common sense, but if you're gonna grate some cheese, make sure that you keep it in the fridge until you're just about to use it. But there you go, you can see it does a nice fine job. So grating cheese. I love this. Again, this is something that you can give as a gift. This is the Spiralizer. Again, a new feature that I did not have with the previous one where I'd lost those attachments. But this is a Spiralizer. I wish that I had some zucchini to show you. But basically, there's different levels here. You go ahead and you just pop up the pieces on, tighten it, and then go ahead and just churn. And your pieces will come spiraling. Zucchini if you want, or you can use like a yellow squash, make zoodles. We love those. And then once you have the zoodles, you just can pop them in the microwave if you want to heat them up just a little bit, or you can just eat them just as is, or cook them really quick, blanch them really fast in a pot of boiling water, and you have, in lieu of pasta, you have zoodles. You just put your sauces on them. But fantastic, awesome. I love that this, again, this Fullstar all-in-one chopper and mandolin comes with all of these features.